Right, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update and a follow-up from yesterday's little film I did. These are my notes made at the time, well last night. Yeah, I was thinking about what I'd said yesterday on my car journey home from work. And it basically about working beyond pension age. I finished, well, I got my pension about 18 months ago, and I was going to pack in working completely. But then, well, afterwards I thought, well, why? I'm reasonably still fit. I'm quite lucky, really. I've touched wood. Well, apart from my knees are aching now and again. I think that's some of the daft stuff I did when I was younger, doing like 10-mile runs in my combat boots and heavy pack on my back round Hardcastle Crags. And I can remember I was just going up to Shackleton, and I bumped into one at Old Farmers. He says, "What the hell are you laking at doing that for? What are you doing that for?" He says, "You'll bloody pay for it later on, lad. Don't you know, don't just bear in mind what I've told you." He said, "Because it's wear and tear, and eventually you know your knees will sort of give you some jip if you're not careful." And well, you were right, but you don't take much notice of folk, do you, when you're younger? You just tell it, daft old bugger, go on. You know, I'll carry on doing this. I think of my dad. My dad retired at 65. He'd been working since he was like 15. And basically when he finished at 65, we all had a bit of a retirement due for him up at the Halifax Infirmary. You're gonna have to excuse me, this place ain't called Midgel for nothing. I'm being eaten alive here in my back garden, so if you just bear with me, I haven't got a nervous twitcher out, it's just these little blighters. Yeah, I can remember when my dad retired at 65, and he just said, "Right, that's it, no more work. I'm gonna go watch every cricket match I can." He retired in June on his birthday, and yeah, he did. He set off, and he went to all these cricket matches. I can remember calling up at my mum and dad's one afternoon. I said, "Oh, well, where's my dad?" He said, "Oh, he's gone to a cricket match." And I just thought he'd gone to Copley or somewhere local like Bradshaw. But as it turned out, he didn't tell anybody. He just leapt on a train and cleared off down to Lords to watch a cricket match. Or he'd go to another time, he went to Edgbaston to watch another one. He was watching all the international cricket matches, and that were fine. But then sort of winter came, and he hardly went out. He'd catch bus up to Queensbury and walk back from Queensbury over Swales Moor. And it did sort of slow down. I mean, like I say, he'd been active all his life, all his working life. He never had a car. He always used to walk to work and back. And when he were at the Royal Halifax Infirmary, they were walking there and back. Sorry about this. And then I don't know how many miles he'd do trekking round wards at the infirmary. But yeah, he just sort of stopped. And then within 6 months, probably just at the beginning of the following spring, he started coming down with all sorts of stuff. He ended up with diabetes. The diabetes, then he started having blood clots or thrombosis in his legs, and I think really it's with stopping work. Like I said, being that active and then suddenly stop, and it's like I said yesterday, it's like a car. If you suddenly stop using your car, it is going to seize up. So, well, to tell you the truth, about a couple of months ago, I were on about packing in work and thinking, well, I don't really have to do this. And then I thought, the story I've just told you about my dad. So I just thought I'd carry on. I'd carry on with it. But it's not just that. It's the fact that you're going out. You've got a sense of purpose, and you're going out. You're getting to work like we've always done. I've always had to work. I think I started when I was 12, really, doing Saturday jobs, working at car wash and all these other newspaper deliveries and all sorts of stuff. And I obviously left school at 16, and I've been working every day since, sort of thing. Yeah, and it's interacting with other folk as well, because we're all social animals, and we all like a bit of interaction and chatting to people, which I do get a chance to chat to quite a few folk where I'm working. There's people always getting lost and wandering around bits of paper looking for NHS and looking for these businesses that are on site at Dean Clough. So yeah, there's that, and I think I'd miss that sort of interaction. Of course I could, if I were at home all the time, I could set off and do my walks around the crags and things, but I like them for, you need something else to keep you occupied. I think I was saying at police, I didn't like being inside doing paperwork. I used to try and get out of that as much as I could. I'd much rather be out there talking to folk, and I often said I made a career out of chatting to people, which I quite enjoy. Yeah. So if I'll leave you with that one. If you do think of anything and you have some comments or some tips how to get rid of these bloody midgets, just comment, do the old thumbs up, and do the subscribing to my channel bit. I'll get back to you tomorrow, hopefully when the midges have found somebody else to eat alive. All right then. Thanks for joining us, and I'd say just let us know what your thoughts are on what I've just said about retiring, and if you can, I think if you can carry on, just carry on, and if you enjoy what you're doing, well, that's a bonus in itself. So I'll get back to me pot of tea, and then I'll be setting off to work shortly. Okay, thanks very much, and take care. Told you there was no editing in this.